Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, my name is Benji, and I'm here with Mr. Joseph Liano of PetEVIL fame. Joe, would you say hi for me?
Hi, I am Joe. Nice to see you if you haven't already seen one of our videos that we've done.
Joe is the designer of PetEVIL, and I brought him here because we have an update that we need to give to all of the backers of PetEVIL. So without further ado, Joe, what do you have to share with us?
So, we have some rather upsetting and unfortunate news that we have decided, after a lot of deliberation, to cancel the current PetEVIL Kickstarter. That is not to say that the project is dead. That is not what's going on at all. We have just taken some time and we've realised that we've made a few mistakes. We have loads of suggestions and ideas and comments and things that we really want to implement on the game, and we just do not, or we did not have time to do that, and therefore that is why we've decided to pull the campaign at this point.
Let's give a brief overview of what has happened and what is going to happen. So we basically started our Kickstarter at Essen.
No, we started our Kickstarter in the back of a minivan.
Yes, and that was potentially a crazy idea retrospectively, but we had a whirlwind of the first couple of weeks. We expected, basically like most Kickstarters, after the first 48 hours that we would start to sort of plateau, and actually what we found was we just kept going up and up and up, and we just had more people, which was awesome and very exciting. And actually what it did was it meant that we got in touch with a lot more people than we normally would have, particularly whilst being at Essen as well. We ended up speaking with a lot of people who had successful Kickstarters or who were from the industry, who were contacts that we hadn't met previously, and we wouldn't have met had we not already got our project live. And then very quickly, what we discovered was, there's all these nagging little things that we'd quite like to change. So that basically takes us to where we are now.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that we walked into with little to no experience. I personally spent putting together the campaign itself and the page and worked on the pledge levels. And looking at it now and looking at the feedback that we've got from people, we realised that they just weren't up to par. They weren't as good as they should have been, and also the fact that we tried to change them and add more and do some stuff with those pledge levels during the campaign. Turns out that's really messy to do, and I think that's one of the contributing factors as to why we've actually cancelled the campaign, is the fact that we wanted to change them more, but the thing is, as soon as you put up a pledge level and someone backs on it, that's it. It's locked. You can't touch anything. And ultimately, what I wanted is a very nice, simple, easy to understand campaign with a few different pledge tiers that just gave a load of awesome things out to people that back the game. And to get to that after adding, an extra 3 pledge levels and then probably an extra 3 on top of that, it was just going to get too messy. And so we came to that decision that all of you people that back the game, I cannot thank you enough. You've showed your contribution, you showed your support to the campaign, and now I want to kind of do my bit and make sure that campaign that we're giving you is actually the best that it can be. And as Benji said, we have all of these small little annoying things that we kind of look at going, I just want to change that so bad, but I can't. And so we really want to review that. We want to go back over that, and we want to set those at better levels, and ultimately give you more swag and awesome, cool stuff.
So people are going to ask, why are we doing this now? Basically, if we don't do this before we actually hit the end of our campaign, then we can't redact this. This is our last shot, basically, at having a retry. And we realized that we have an option to potentially do that and to make everything, like you say, bigger and better and brighter. So we thought, I think we should do it. We should put this together. We should take some time and make a new campaign, basically, building on everything we've currently got.
Yeah, it's kind of setting the slate clean and working that up from the ground again. Implementing all of your guys' feedback as well. So all the ideas and suggestions that you've given us, we think they're awesome. And it's just the fact that we don't have time to put those into the campaign. And again, ultimately, it's just come down to a lack of time. We had something like 68 hours left. This is a decision I've obviously been mulling over for the last couple of days. It's the reason we've had a bit of radio silence. it was very difficult to end the Kickstarter because, you know, it's like I'm turning away that support. But ultimately, you know, this is, you know, we were successful, and I appreciate that. And a lot of people are going to go, well, "You're crazy! You've turned away all of this stuff." And it's not that. It's that I want to make sure that we're doing the best that we can for you guys and for those that getting everything right, basically.
So if we were to fund, if we were to have completed the campaign, everything that we needed is in place. We have all of the game ready to go. We are all set up with our manufacturers. We're all set up with our fulfillment. Everything is going very, very smoothly. Joe physically has his all of the prototypes and stuff. Everything is beautifully ready.
Yeah.
So actually, once we come back, everything is going to go really smooth. Importantly, when are we going to come back? We're going to be coming back spring is when we're hoping for, right?
Yeah, I mean, spring 2019 is definitely the period of time we're looking at relaunching the Kickstarter. Obviously, if you get on our mailing list, we'll be sending out regular updates in terms of what we're doing, and that kind of date will actually go down on there as to when we come back. I mean, ultimately, everything that we want to add and everything that everyone suggested we want to add is going to add time to how long it takes to bring everything together. But now we're a lot more experienced. 3 weeks running a Kickstarter. You learn a lot very fast, and so knowing all that information, knowing what we've got to do to come back bigger and better, you know, now we hopefully can do it in a quicker turnaround.
I'll speak for Joe because I know that he won't really speak for himself in this way. Joe and I were both very emotional when we had to cancel it, and when we finally made the decision, it was really sad. But speaking for Joe, I think this is going to be really, really important because Joe has been doing so much work on this behind the scenes in terms of the creative side of this. There are so many tiny little illustrations. We've been voicing stuff. We've been making videos. There is so much content that we've been putting into this to make the actual campaign itself fun, to make the page look good. And we did not realize quite how much we wanted to add to that. So when we go away, we're going to be away for a few months. However, we are going to be working on the project this whole time. This time that we're away, we are still going to be here. We're still going to be very present. Joe is going to be using this time to be just utterly mainlining as much creative work as he physically can. And the boy can really churn out a lot of stuff, I can tell you.
Yes, but not quite fast enough.
We've got loads of cool, exciting stuff planned, and we'd really like for you guys to be able to come join us. So if you're already a backer, you should have seen on the updates, we have a backer list that's specifically going up so that hopefully we can give you some bonuses when you come back to the next one. So join up to that list to make sure you don't miss out. And this goes to everybody as well. Please join up to our mailing lists. All of the mailing list links will be below this video and anywhere that you find our content. So if you sign up to those mailing lists, first of all, that means that we can know if you were a previous backer. Also, that means that we can tell you when the campaign is coming back. Importantly, when we're going to be doing the relaunch. And on top of those things, like I say, we're working this whole time. And during that period, it will allow us to be able to communicate with you guys exactly what we're working on. So hopefully we'll be able to release some cool stuff about, you know, the swag, some of the cool designs and stuff we've been working on, and some of the things we're adding. We'll be sort of premiering those things on the mailing list, right?
Yeah, and I think it's good because it'll give you guys a chance to kind of help mold what this second coming kind of looks like. So I mean, get on social media if you've got any ideas, you've got any suggestions. This is the time to you know, really muck in and to help us out, and also to anything that you want to see on the actual game, on the Kickstarter, on the pledge levels, on the stretch goals. Let us know. Give us more feedback. Get on Facebook. I think the main point of entry is going to be on the Kickstarter page. You can still comment on the Kickstarter, and you know, we'll be looking at that intently for the next couple months, basically, until we relaunch. So if you do have any ideas or suggestions, please get on there and leave us a comment. And also, if you just want any general advice, if you're looking at doing a Kickstarter yourself and you'd like to know the experiences that we've gained, you know, I want to be open about everything that's happened, all the behind the scenes stuff.
What's it like to cancel a successful Kickstarter?
Oh god, it's difficult. It's difficult, and it's one of these multi-layer things. You press cancel, and it's like, are you sure? Like, maybe yes, and it's like, are you really sure? It's like, okay, this is. heart-wrenching, and it was. Ultimately, it was heart-wrenching. But the whole idea behind this is that we're going to improve things, and we're going to make round 2 better, and better for all of you guys.
So,
and,
as a brief overview for everybody, to wrap up, we are pulling the Kickstarter, but we have been successful. We met our funding. You guys were amazing. We'd like to say a big thank you to everybody who's helped back us, everybody who's joined onto our mailing lists. We love you. You guys are amazing. We're going to be coming back in the spring at some point. Please, what we need from you is to join onto the mailing list, tell your friends to go onto the mailing list, and we'll tell you when the campaign's going to be relaunched, and we're going to tell you about all the cool stuff we're adding. We're taking everything off so that we can add as much to our pledge levels, so that we can add cool new swag, cool new parts of the game. The core game itself is not changing. We're adding stuff on top of the game. We feel like the game is amazing, but we feel like our experience in terms of this campaign, we could have made this better for you. So that's really our goal.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think that's it. The game is done. We as much as it pains me, we were 100% ready to go to manufacturing, to go to shipping, to go to fulfillment. But it's just a case of, this can be done better. And ultimately you can get you guys more stuff. So, and like Benji said, I can't thank you enough for the support that you've shown. It has been awesome. It has been amazing. And please get in contact with us. Ask us anything you want to, and hopefully we'll see you. Well, we'll see you all over the place. Hopefully, because we'll be commenting all on our social medias and keeping everyone up to date. But we will definitely see you in spring 2019 for our relaunch. Benji, we might have to find our rocket model again and get up to some random hillside and fire it off for a second time. Hopefully, I don't end up in a bramble bush this time. That would be great if we can do that.
I'm sure we'll find some way to celebrate the relaunch.
Yeah. Okay. As long as it's said, as long as it doesn't involve a bramble bush, I'm happy.
I'm making no promises.
Yeah. Thank you ever so much for joining us, guys. It's been awesome. And yes, we will see you soon.
We love you guys. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Bye.